Welcome, everyone, to a pop-up thrift haul. Yay. Yeah, we never know when we're going to do them. And so we actually went out today in the snow and we found some stuff. So I thought, you know what? We ended up spending $100. And I thought, well, let's show people what we bought for $100 and just see what people think about it. We've actually got a couple of things from last week as well that we found on Friday that we'll show you about. But we just thought we'd pop up and show you some of the stuff that we've been sort of out there going after. Wait, I've got my other half here trying to get on screen.
Woo! Woo! It's so cute.
So literally, he bought a baggie with 2 of those in it. He did not know what they were.
I didn't know what they did.
Show the
little
baggie.
alien is loose in there. I had to glue him, but it was $2.99 for 2 of them, and they're so sweet. Look, you plug it into a USB-C, and it strobes.
We tried doing the the Google thing for that, but we couldn't get an image to show up inside the baggie well enough to try and do it. So, but yeah, so hello everyone.
I thought they were cute.
Everybody's here, including all the people who are under names that I can never remember what their new names are. Yay! So, so I'm just assuming that like Janet, I think Janet is Fawn's fan, and hey, Jennifer and Lisa is here. And Heather is Heather, and Joel is Joel, and let's see, can't remember Netherfield. I think that's Elisa. Hey, Candace is here. Hydran is here. Louette. See, I just never know who's who. Michael, hey, welcome again. So we just thought we'd do a little show today. That's just a mix of stuff. So Rick was very nice. He had to go in and do something. Oh, hey, Susan.
I had like 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah. We had our furnace go in our townhouse, and we had to have the people come at 7 a.m. To try and
Oh,
look
no,
at it.
Reliance gives the window. They can be there at 7 a.m. to 11 a.m.
So he went to bed at 2:30, 3 o'clock, our normal time. And he got up after an hour because he was afraid he'd miss the phone call.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep. So
Doug and I stayed in bed
on the computer.
So, but yeah, yes, we missed everybody too. I might come on and do these on Tuesdays because we've been doing a bit of thrifting. And actually, the surprising thing, so our sales still suck, like a lot of people.
But we're finding such good stuff.
We're finding such good stuff that's not made in China. And so we can't resist ourselves from buying these things. So we just did our November month up at our antique booth up at Roadshow 400 Antiques, just north of Toronto. We did a good November month. We made almost $400, I think, from them in November.
No,
we got our December is.
It was almost $700.
Well, we made $400.
Oh yeah, we made $400.
And our December is going okay. We've already sold over $200 worth of stuff, and we've only had one weekend there. And we just did a whole bunch of stuff. We went there last week and put a whole bunch of Christmas ornaments and stuff. You might have seen my video that was on TikTok, and I think I put it on Craft, which is just all these ornaments that we bought from a thrift store trip in May or March of last year, I think it was. Oh, and it was somewhere in Niagara Falls, Ontario. And we went into this Goodwill, and they had baggies filled with all these vintage ornaments, and they were $5.99 a bag. And
we got like
we bought them all. And we only got sorted through about probably half of them. We got half of them still here, and there's some amazing vintage ornaments in there too. So I have to figure out how we're going to do the sales on those. But we're not worried about Christmas right now and trying to sell to Christmas. We are doing okay on Facebook. I've actually sold a number of things on Facebook in the past couple of weeks. Christmas stuff is doing well in there, but we've also sold. See if I can find this. I don't think I put the image of it up. So what I'm going to do is while I look for this one thing, which I want to show you that Rick bought, I didn't want him to buy, but Rick bought, but we sold on Facebook. I'm going to let you.
Oh, I know what it is.
I'm going to show you one thing that we saw that I thought was really, really funny. So we're walking through the thrift store, and literally on the rack in front of us is this. Thrown on the rack in front of us is this. Now, Rick, I'm going to let you chat about it. While
I don't know what to say about it.
I'm okay. Well, and then he modeled it. So
yes, I modeled it. It actually fit really well. It is.
Is it behind you?
Well, it's right. Yes, it's beside me.
Yeah, so you can show it while I look for the other thing I'm looking for.
Basically, it has embroidered patches on the sleeves of some of our favorite characters. There's Mickey and Donald and Goofy. And it was actually done for H&M. And it's called Disney 100X H&M. So I think it was for maybe 100th anniversary. I don't know. Craig has all the details. I didn't actually look any of it up. I thought that it was a good buy in the store. It actually has its tags, and it originally retailed for $169. It's showing up backward for me on this screen, and it's fine on that one. Anyway, so it has a cool back. It's very street. And it fits really well. I'm just trying to figure out how to get some of the wrinkles out of the sleeves for when I wear it. It's all man-made materials. It's not leather, but it's a cool looking varsity jacket. And we paid $36.99 less 30% because we got it on a senior day. So we paid what, 25?
Yeah.
25. And
well, that's just it.
It fits me, so.
It's really interesting, though, that like for a jacket like that, again, to literally be in the store like that, just throw. So somebody looked at it and then didn't even bother thinking about
it back up.
Huh?
Didn't even bother hanging it back up.
They didn't even hang them back up at all. They just like threw it on there. So
now there were some lines down some of the creases. It looked like ink almost. It wasn't. It was basically schmutz, and I was able to very lightly clean it using water, like a wet paper towel. It came off very nicely. And it's very warm. I think, Craig, you can find the comps.
Yeah, hold on one second. I have them here. I'm just trying to load something else I didn't have ready.
Oh, okay.
This is one of the ones that was sold for 75 or 80 US. So if whether or not he keeps it, it's going to be his decision. He normally will not wear this kind of thing. So just so you understand, I'm the guy who wears a shirt that's got Santa on it, right? Like I wear all the stuff that is
the fun stuff,
the character stuff, all that sort of stuff. He hardly ever wears stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see. But it was one of those things, again, we couldn't really pass that up. So it was like just we couldn't pass it up. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So, and I'm going to show you something else I couldn't pass up, which was just sitting on the floor, which is this. This is a triangular triangular shelf. It looks like a Christmas tree. And it was $9.99. And there were 4 of them. And this is it. is it right here. Now, the thing that's amazing is this actually mounts underneath here. So you can mount it on a wall. And like it'd be great for hanging Christmas decorations or anything like that on. So we bought all 4 of them, $7 a piece. Then we realized when we got home, some of them had the shells facing this way, and then some of them had the flat part up. And we realized it was a store display of a diamond that was supposed to sit there. We didn't care. So we actually priced 2 of these, and they're up at our booth right now because they're Christmassy. And the other 2 will probably, this is probably going to be going on Facebook, and we're trying to sell them for 50. So trying to make about $40 hopefully on something like that.
Yeah, they're little raised edges along the shelf.
And the ones that we kept here, have a little raised edge, and they're 3 inches deep.
Yeah, to me it looks like something that they would display like nail polish or cosmetics.
Well, yeah,
they're definitely store display pieces.
The other way they display is they're flat. Like the other one we have, which has a flat shelf like this, which you still, if you mounted it or if you sat it somewhere, it would work. I mean, but I couldn't pass that up. $7 a piece. It's like you can't. It's hard to pass up stuff like that, and that's the challenge that we were having is all this stuff that we just couldn't pass up, like this. Now, Rick did not want me to buy this. Charmaine and Brian Camphorst made me think about it, but it is a gorgeous tree. And again, like some of the things that we like the
little tiny things. No.
But like the coat, I'm not sure whether or not this is going to leave the house. Like this is one of those things that it's in our living room right now. The thing that I found really, really interesting about it is the branches on it. Like the base on it was really different. And the branches, the way the branches were held in place, I'm going to see if I can find this.
Yeah, the branches are actually hinged.
Yeah.
So the wire actually sits in a little channel, and then the hinge falls off, and it keeps it straight.
There we go. I think I
hinge.
There we go. I've got it right here. That's how it's hinged.
And it comes apart. It came apart in 4 pieces. The
really
base,
interesting.
A small piece for the lower branches, a middle piece, and then the top piece.
Oh, you would have passed on the shells? And so would Heather. And so would Michael. Yeah. I guess it's just, we looked at them and thought it's the sort of thing that I could use actually for displaying stuff.
They were gold, darling. You just wanted more gold in your life.
Well, no, we actually, I mean, the timing on it was late because we should have put these up if we were putting them in our booth like early November, but we only managed to pick them up last Thursday. And it's the thing about it is in the vintage Christmas groups that you see that actually have active people in them in the US a lot, people are always looking for something to display their Christmas ornaments on that's not a tree, especially because you can then do it year round. So I think that's the reason that we decided to pick them up, because if we could sell one for $50, we'll literally have paid for all 4. So the other 3 are profit. And that's one of the ways that we try and look at a lot of the stuff all the time is if I buy a quantity of something, then it's like, I hope to get the sale price for this one, then everything else is free. That's sort of the way that we end up looking at it in many cases, which is why a lot of the stock that we have right now that we've got even up at our booth is to us has very little dollar input in it because it was bought as part of something else, right? So,
and the nice thing about the tree thing,
how old do you think that is? That's the thing that we were troubled with because we found Google images of this kind of tree that sold from anywhere from that were either linked to someplace that was like $100 to $1,000. So it's like and you want a vintage silver tree. We actually have a vintage palm.
If I was too lazy, I didn't want to put it together this year.
We think we're not sure when we've had it for a year and a half, and we didn't sell it last Christmas. and we have a color wheel for it as well, and it's mint. It's in the box. Okay. Oh, well, that's interesting. They found theirs in the 90s.
Yeah, so it's probably 80s then.
So it could be 80s or 90s, yeah. So, but other than that, we did just regular stuff. We just ended up going searching for stuff. So this other stuff that we found is smaller, but we spent that tree that was like $50.
It was priced at 50, and I did something I never ever.
He never does this.
I went up to the manager, a nice lady that I've been seeing practically every week for the last 2 months, and I said, "Is there any can you do any better on the price for this tree?
Add a value village.
If you can, we will buy it." So she tore the tag off and went to the back and figured, okay, it was priced at $49.99, and she took $10 off.
And then said, and now you got your senior discount too. Yeah. So it was $39 less 30%. So it cost us under $30 Canadian, or about 22 bucks US. So, and again, it's the kind of thing where you look at it and you go, I can't pass that.
I never do that. So,
but yeah,
I was nice and polite.
Everyone is so proud of you.
Now,
because he told me for me to go and ask. I went, no. And then I pouted. I said, go tell her I'm pouting.
Like, hey, excuse me. Would there be any way that you could figure out a better price for this? We'll buy it right away.
4 of these that day as well. So there was like $100 expenditure that day. So
you really want to get the big stuff off your floor, don't you?
Yeah. And she did. And that was a week ago Tuesday for that tree and those shelves. And this Tuesday, there are like 10 more trees. No silver ones or anything like that, but they have so many trees at this one value village.
Yeah,
they're ask for discounts all the time. Rick will not. I
don't normally talk to people when I'm at thrift stores unless it's muttering F off under my breath. Yeah. The pushy people.
Oh, there were some, yeah. We had a few pushy ones today. So Rick was like, and it's like, I ended up
bite my tongue a few
inadvertently times. Sending a pushy one to him. I was at an aisle. There was a woman standing in front of me at the aisle, so I couldn't get in. And I was turning and I was waiting. She was looking at stuff, and I was like waiting for her to get out of the way because there was stuff beside her, so I couldn't fit through. And this woman came up with her cart, and if this is my cart, this is the woman standing. The woman came up with her cart and tried to go like this between us. And I just turned and looked at her. I said, wait your damn turn. She's standing here and I'm going through next. And then she looked at me and she scurried off.
Into my aisle.
Rick was in.
I'm not a violent man.
Proceeded to reach right in front of Rick's face. Because I could see through the shelving that she was doing that.
I sprained my eyes. They rolled so far back in my head.
I apologize.
Mind you, I did find a really great mug on that aisle.
Yes.
And here it is.
Right, let me make it big for you.
There we go. Can everyone read that? It's kind of naughty.
So yes. And he went, look what I got. And I went, are we really getting that? And then the funny thing is,
it was only $2.49.
So $2 with our discount. The Christmas mugs that we've actually put up at our booth, at our antique booth, have sold for $20 to $30. So that's actually their plan for next year's Christmas booth.
It's a humorous Christmas mug.
I'm Madame Marvel to your Glinda.
Okay.
So yeah, he found that. I'm always on the lookout for weird things. Now he passed this by. I put it in my cart. I come up on him. He can see it in my cart. He goes, "I passed that." I don't know what you pass on something like this. It's kind of a throw. I just think this is funky. It is a golf ball ashtray. a vintage golf ball made ashtray. Now, they're not real golf balls. It's a hollow thing. This has got to have been some kind of mold. I have not looked this up. Yes, it was expensive. It was $6.49.
Less 30%.
Less 30%. So $5. Yeah, I know. I probably shouldn't have paid $5 for it. But to me, it was so interesting, so vintagey that it is homemade from a cast, because underneath it, I barely can see. There is a maker mark underneath here in the mold.
Scratched initials.
No, but underneath that, there's actually something else, Rick.
It's probably a Holland mold.
It is. It's a Holland mold. I just saw it in the reflection. It's a Holland mold. So I'm going to have to look this up at some point, but this is actually going to go on our Etsy store. We've actually been having more luck with our Etsy store than we have with our eBay store lately. So this is going on our Etsy store. So I don't know. Would you have picked that up? Probably not. Most people probably wouldn't. Rick was like, why did I buy that? Like,
$14.95 on eBay.
huh?
$14.95 on eBay.
Yeah, I'm not going to put it on eBay. I'm putting it on Etsy.
Well, I just found an eBay listing.
$30
on Etsy.
Too many balls.
Lots of balls.
Lit cigarettes. No, you wouldn't have bought it. Well, again, it's not that we're desperately looking for stuff. We actually don't need stock. We've got a Max Sold that just launched today. That's about 50% Christmas, 50% decor. We got another one working on that's already got about 30 listings on it. That's toys. That's going to be one of our January ones. The one thing I always do, and this is where I've been terrible. I probably bought, I don't know, Rick, what do you think? 10 vintage linen tablecloths in the past.
Yes, all Christmas linens, and we haven't done anything.
I see how much they sell for on the Christmas linen groups and the tablecloth groups, and I haven't listed one of them. And I bought this one today because I couldn't resist it. It was $3.99, and I thought it was so cute. Again, I always look for the Christmas tablecloths that have different kind of patterns, not traditional, like it's
just
a bunch
the hollies and berries.
And hollies and berries. So this one I thought was really cute. This is what I actually saw folded up, and I thought, that's a Christmas pattern. That looks like it's hearts on, like, a little wreath. And then I took it out, and this is what's the other side. The edges are all little Santas.
Santa's had a glow up.
So it's not huge, but I thought it's really cute. There's like the two different kinds of Santas. There's wide awake Santa, and then there's the orange menace at one of his meetings. Santa's fallen asleep. There is one pen mark in it that I said to Rick, I need to get this pen mark out right here.
I'm sure that there is going to be some.
We'll try something.
Chinese laundry TikTok that will have the definitive way to get pen marks out.
There we go. So again, yeah, I look for anything like this because should be easily a 25 plus US sale.
Santa had Botox.
Oh, thanks, Susan. Just had a successful Max Sold. Credit the dogs for all their advice. Thank you. Hairspray. Oh, you mean for the ink?
For the ink.
Okay.
Actually, can you buy hairspray anymore? I don't know. I haven't.
I'm a sucker for vintage.
We don't go down the hair product aisles for obvious
not very often.
reasons.
No, we don't. I don't let him go down the hair product aisle very often. Do you got something you want to show next, Rick?
Yes. This is just kind of odd. I saw the back of this on the shelf and thought, what the hell is that?
So it was placed backwards on the shelf?
It was placed backward on the shelf. It's like, what unholy thing is that? And then I turned it around. It's a mannequin head that someone had sliced off so they could hang it on a wall. I thought he was kind of.
That looks looking. Now that I'm looking at it, like as soon as you saw it, I went, "Oh yeah, we're getting that. That's for us. That's not going anywhere. That's going to go on display in our house." It's really interesting. So it would have been about $9 Canadian.
Yep.
It kind of has that 50s look of the face.
It does. It reminds me of the other mannequin we have upstairs.
Oh, but that one's plaster. That's not. That's a
Oh,
full.
no, that's plastic. That's not plaster.
Is it?
Yeah, I'll go grab it.
A
Take me off
little like
screen.
Max Headroom, yeah.
Take me off screen.
It's
I'll
a
go
very
grab it.
different. It's a different look. It reminds me of those vintage 50s kind. What do you want to pop out for? Oh, you're pop out at parties. There we go. I have to go like this. There we go. I go like this. So no, it's just an interesting thing. And again, some of the stuff, obviously the coat now, the coat. Oh, you thought Max Headroom as well. I'm not sure. I'm just looking at it now and seeing that look, but we have this other head that is on display that I got at the Brimfield Antique Fair for $5. This is the one we got at Brimfield.
His name is Rob.
And again, this is on display in our house. He's just funky. That's just it. How did someone make a mold of your face? So, yeah. So again, sometimes we buy stuff to not resell, but we do buy stuff to resell. We just found this actually today. Strangely enough, I don't know if any of you are familiar with these Buddha boards. So a Buddha board is basically a calming influence. It's kind of like when you're drawing in the sand and everything like that. So the Buddha boards are actually a sort of a water-based thing. And if you look on the back, it actually comes with a little pen.
A brush.
Sorry, a brush. And you're supposed to, it dries, you're supposed to wet the brush and then draw on the Buddha board. This is actually the stand, so it sits properly on a stand. And this was $6.99, brand new inside, and it's based on a Zen concept of living in the moment. You paint with water, and the creation will come to life, and then as the water evaporates, it will disappear, and you can paint it again.
It's the concept of impermanence.
Yeah, we actually got this.
Living
the funny
in the
thing
moment.
was, Rick found this week. We found two of them last Tuesday at the same place, and so we have all three of them. These are going on to our local Facebook thing. They actually sell quite a few, which surprised me very much. Let's see if I can. They're listed for US for $27. But what I did also find is that there's a different version of this, and it has probably got, I think, 200 or 300 sold in the past like 6 months or so. It's a huge seller. So I thought this would be really good. It could also go up at our unit if we needed to. It could also go in a max sold. So, and again, so basically $5 for something like that. But we think it'll be a good gift. So we're probably going to put them onto Facebook Marketplace for $30 and take 25 on them if we can.
Yep.
So again, another buy just to go, okay, we'll have these for later on. Now, back to your little guy again. I also keep a lookout all the time for things that are interesting. Carl's not on here, but this would be a typical Carl. I found this, which is a Dymo. So young kids won't understand what this does, but this is a Dymo label maker, and it's a gun, like a label gun. It's got its instructions in there, and it actually has a different thing as well. So you buy plastic stuff in here, and it goes inside and prints it out to make labels on things. It's in amazing shape. I don't even know if it was used very much at all, but it was $14.99, which for us today would have been 30% off. Would be roughly about yes, so bumpy. You still have yours. And I actually, see if I can find the, where did I put the thing? I did have it somewhere. They sell on average for 35 to 45 US. So this is going to be a flip. It is made in the USA, so I don't have to worry about shipping that. If I go on there, it's also vintage, so it can go on to Etsy for us as well. You got something, Rick?
Yeah. Now, these I thought were really quite stunning. I always look at the candle holders on the shelves. So this is a pair of Mikasa Art Deco styled candle holders. One of them still has the Mikasa Germany sticker on it. And the pair of them were $9.99, so $7.
$5 US.
And they sell for upwards of $30 to $60 US. So $7 for the potential of getting 60. I did run my finger over absolutely every edge, and there are no chips or cracks. I'm so upset. There was a pair of Oleg Cassini column crystal candlesticks. One of them had a tiny chip. They were $5. And had they been intact without the chip, they could have been 70 to $80 US.
Why didn't you buy the one?
They were selling them as the pair.
I know, but why didn't you buy the pair and then sell the one?
I don't like buying damaged stuff. I'm not.
Oh, don't you?
I'm not buying damaged stuff anymore.
I got a one-armed fairy that I can sell you. Sorry. You bought the one-armed fairy. That's why I said it.
You mean this one?
Yeah, that one. Damaged. You bought the pair and you paid $40 for that pair.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
I like toys. Toys. I like toys. I saw these, and I just,
Did you say Heather's, Matt? They just sold some Mikasa candle holders. Yay!
I have to do a little research on which these are. I'm not sure where I'm going to sell these at this point. Again, we got a Toy Max Sold coming up.
I'm going to go let Doug out.
Yeah, it could be in the Toy Max Sold. It could be in Facebook. Could be at our booth. All sorts of different things. But I saw these and I couldn't resist this. These were $3.99, and it is a baggy lot that is filled with Funko Pop. There's a few of them. Funko Pop mini Harry Potters. There's a whole slew of them in here. And I'm not sure if they came with an advent calendar or what they came with, but I liked the fact that there were so many different ones, including, I think that's Nearly Headless Nick, and one of them has the old girl from the bathroom. The old ghost from the bathroom. Oh, here it is. Here she is. The one that's in the bathroom, who has actually, I recently read, she was 35 years old when she played the girl in the bathroom. She was told not to tell anybody her real age. These were difficult to look up because there's so many different kinds of Funko Pops. But again, there may have been Moaning Myrtle. That's it. That was Moaning Myrtle. She was 35 when she filmed it, so she's now 55 years old. But I just thought this was cute. A lot of cute ones in here. So $3.99. So this batch cost us 12, so about $9 Canadian for everything. $7 US. Again, we've been doing little baggies for our unit, and so I thought they could work there. And also in the toy world, this is just something that I was looking for as well, I always look for, which is vintage Fisher Price. This is a Fisher Price mobile TV unit. I think I have one or two of the figures that I can put with this. What I liked about it was it was still in pretty nice shape. Here, this is the thing that's usually missing that I find on this. Oh, no, I can't get that back up. There we go. The thing that I find usually missing on this is this side piece, because somehow it got played with and taken out and thrown around. So it's the little TV thing. So you can put the person sitting in there, pretending they're doing stuff on it. But interesting enough, so this was $4.99 less 30%. And just to show you, this is actually right now. So one of them has sold for $35 with two of the figures, and I'm 90% sure I have this guy, at least this guy. So, and again, it's in nice shape. The key thing about stuff like this is always for me is to be looking at things like where I'm over here is looking at the decals. The decals are in really nice shape. It is made in the USA as well, which is a nice thing because it's easier for us to sell. East Aurora in 1977. So it's a nice piece, $5. I was happy to find that. And then also in the toy world, I got a little bit of work to do on this. Rick wasn't sure whether he wanted me to buy this or not, but I saw this guy and I was like, what the, I don't even know what, I know it's a transformer. I am useless transforming things. But I'm like, okay, it's a transformer at $9.99. So would you risk this? I don't know if you would risk this or not. So what I did was I had to do a little bit of a search on it to see, like it looks pretty darn good, in good shape. And when I went to actually find, sorry, let me just see if I can find my link to it. Where'd my link go? Here it is. This is one of them for 45 told blind myself, $45 US. But I also found somebody who has a 25-minute video on how you use how you make this work and how many different characters you can build out of it. And I looked at it and it looked like, I think I have almost all the pieces in here. I do need to put a new battery in because this is supposed to light up somehow. I don't know how. I can't remember how. I'm not sure where the battery even goes in there, like going its feet. But
We'll figure it out.
Well, yeah, a 10-year-old boy could figure it out. It's too expensive. $9.99 to $7. It's actually 1990s. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Transformer Land as well on this. See if I can set them there. Let me see if I can quickly take a look there. I'll see if I can. I do use Transformer Land as well all the time. Transformer Land is an amazing site if you have Transformer toys. There it is. And I'm going to search for the figure, and his name was Optimal Optimus. What a strange name. So let's go Optimal Optimus. And there he is. Now that's the store. I don't want the store. I want the guide. Identify. I have to figure out how to look at this, but here, this is, I don't have that gun, but somebody's trying to sell that for $95. There's the collector. Okay, here's the collector guy's page. This is it. Out of the package, in the package, beast mode, jet mode, truck mode, all of the accessories that are supposed to come with it. So I'm going to look this up, but again, I decided to try and risk it because this is a $7 investment that could be a $75 toy. So we spent $100 today. And if I can sell this guy for $60 or $70 and I can undercut other people in the market, I might try and do that. Or I may very well say, let's see how this flies once I test it and put it into our Max Sold for toys that's coming up in January, because we do really well when we put in things like this kind of thing. We've sold our Beast Wars and things like that have been partials. And we've got
that one Polly Pocket. Or the guy that bought all of our Polly Pockets and paid like 7 times what they should have been paying. Yeah, I have a couple of things.
Okay.
I saw these on the shelf and I just had to have them. They are musical decanters. And the music box is actually made by the Swiss company Reuge, Reuge. And the copper pieces, I don't know if you can see it, but right up here it says Japan. So the copper housings are made in Japan. This one has the little hat that goes on top of the spigot for pouring. They were $7.99 each, less the 30%, so they're less than $5 for each. One of them plays How Dry I Am. The other one plays, I think it's Old Lang Syne. So they're cute. Craig can show you some of the pricing that I found.
So there's a single one that was listed for $50 just for the one musical decanter, which has the top on it. But Rick's, as I said, Rick's got the pair there. So
Yep.
it'll,
And I will shine up the copper a little bit.
and again, we'll be listing them. We'll list them as the pair instead of the single, which could also have a little more interest from it,
Yeah.
for being that it's not a single, it's a pair, right? What was that here? Oh yeah, I don't know what.
Yeah, I checked the glass bottles. The glass bottles are in perfect condition. There are no chips, no cracks, no dings, no scratches. The copper's in fairly decent condition as well, so I will consider polishing the copper to make them really shine.
Now, here's something that we picked up, because we do this as well. It's just, again, we're showing you the kind of stuff we do when we do pick up stuff. This is actually something where we pick up just in case we need it for something, which is we grabbed this little baggie from the electronics wall, which was $2.99, which is filled with vintage chandelier bulbs. Now, the reason we grab stuff like this is we have a couple of reasons. One is there's a lot of times we may end up finding
like a candelier,
lamps or lights that could use this, like very specific types of light bulbs.
Yeah, at Christmas does look good in a candelier.
Yeah. In this case,
they're flame shaped.
There's a little chandelier on there, but I'll just take one out to show everybody what it looks like. So these actually look really good on Christmas candeliers.
Yes, right? That's what I said.
Oh, I didn't hear you say Christmas. I thought you said chandeliers.
No, candeliers.
No, I thought you said chandeliers, which is why I then pointed to the picture of the chandelier. So again, we prep for other things when we see stuff like that. And this entire baggie here with all of these in it cost us $2. So we have a bin downstairs that is filled with bulbs, plugs, lots of things to complete things, so that we have the ability to go, oh, here's something we can complete things. What is a candelier?
A candelier?
Candelier is like the Christmas.
Yeah, they basically have a plastic base, and sometimes they have 3 or 5 plastic candles with bulbs screwed into the top. So they look like candles. You put them in the window.
Just like that.
You have to show it.
Oh, like that.
Yeah, so if you put the candle bulbs in the top of those, it really sells it
better than just a regular bulb.
A candle.
And we find those a lot. And we sold those a lot, as long as they've got the good thing inside them. Now, speaking of Christmassy, or do you have something else, Rick? Or...
I think I have 2 more things.
No, not a menorah. They can be singles, 2, 3, 5, all sorts of different versions of these. Like if you go to Amazon, you'll see a whole bunch of different kinds of them, but there are vintage versions of it available as well. But it's not a menorah, no.
Yeah, I've got 2 more things. One is this plastic bowl. I can't remember what these are called, Craigie. Is it like melamine or?
I can't remember. I think so.
But we've sold a ton of this stuff, so we paid a pretty good price too. So $2.99 less 30%, so just $2. And that might go at our booth. It might go in our Max Sold.
Yeah. I picked up this, which was, again, I'm still looking around now for Christmas stuff. I've already found some really good stuff in the past week and a half, Christmas wise. That'll be for next year. I'm finding, I always try to keep my eyes open for vintage, sort of 60s, 70s, 80s stuff that's still in the packages, because I found a number of things like that. This I grabbed, I'm not sure why, but I grabbed it because I could see these little guys inside it, and Rick said, okay, you can grab it because it's 30% off. So it was $5.49, so $4.
They're little tiny knee huggers.
I'm going to take a closer look at what they are.
I'm hoping they're
no idea what the heck they are, right? I don't know how old they are, or or what they're. So I don't know if they're that old. Like they have a big thing on the back of them, but they're not Elf on a Shelf. But they are. There's a few of them, and I'll have to
Yeah,
do.
they're like the newer style knee huggers.
They're still vintagey though, I think.
Yeah, they're probably 90s.
So there's 4 or 5 or 6 of them inside inside here, as well as some other things that I really don't care about. So they'll probably end up being like donated back again, which I easily do. I'll open a bag like this and go, okay, you guys can all just get put back in because you're not worth anything, or I'll put them in a big lot for Christmas stuff that people don't care about.
Knee huggers do sell fast.
Knee huggers
wants them.
Yeah. We actually sold some inflatables literally in probably less than an hour on Facebook, and had people coming all trying to grab. Oh, let me out! There's a couple more of them that are in there. So just an interesting little find.
It's like a clown car of elf.
It is a clown car of that. Then I got this, which again, Rick and I were like,
you missed Elisa's comment. She sold a 6-foot pooping Santa in an outhouse.
Well, I saw that. That's what made me say we sold some inflatables.
Okay, and she has a video, so you'll have to share it in the
craft group. I had to again. We pick up stuff without knowing necessarily if there's a good value to it. This is something that we just thought was really fun. This was an entire baggie filled with little painted people, and I don't know where they were made. There's nothing on them about where they were made, but little mad teacher. So it was a really cute little bag full of stuff. And in that same sort of wood world, I did pick this up. So these are, I'm not sure if these are actually kokichi or not, which is little wooden Japanese people. This was $7, so this was a little more expensive than normal. We would normally pay for it, and it's a pair of these. And we're not sure if these are coming or going with us or not. There's the label on the bottom of them, and this is what they are. It's a little grandma and grandpa, and
it's kind of strange seeing them with the stooped shoulders.
I know. That's what I thought was really interesting about them too. Was that when I saw them in the bag, it kind of thought, oh, their head's broken. And it's like, no, they're not. They're actually little stoop shoulders.
You should carl those.
I should. I will. But I had to, again, it was a $5 investment that made me think, I'm not going to. Sometimes we just buy stuff because it's like, okay, that'll be interesting. And I think I have the other kokichis that I had.
No, they're on the table downstairs still.
Did I leave them on the table downstairs?
Yeah, you didn't bring them, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I have one more thing to share.
Here they are.
Oh, you did grab them.
So this was from last week, and this was $3.99. And this was this little set of 3 for $3.99.
Those are heavy.
They are very heavy, actually.
They're like solid, whatever type of wood, ironwood or.
And they have heads that you can turn as well. So this is a set of 3 of these. And these actually sell really well on Etsy. So you can position their heads a few different little ways. So it was $3.99 for these guys. So a little dusty, but I thought that these were really, really cute for the $3.99 price. They are a matching set. And
no, they're not salt and pepper shakers.
No, they're not. Their heads move.
They have like a spring or a wire in them that allows the heads to swivel.
Yeah, you can't really see it, but inside there, I want to pull too hard.
Don't.
I'm not going to break her. Don't worry.
Don't break her head off.
If you have one more thing, Rick,
I have one final thing.
And I got one after that.
And it is a leopard with some gold accents. And it's made in Japan. It originally sold for 79 cents. And it was $4.49 less 30%, so $3. And this will probably go in our booth.
Yeah.
I have a bigger lamp that matches this in the garage that we're probably going to put in Max Sold. I don't know. We haven't decided yet.
And
I'm finding there's kind of oh, it's Hager? Even though it's made in Japan.
And just in case anybody was wondering, I did a little Google thing. $40 US, and one of them is listed for 55 on Etsy from somebody else.
Okay,
So,
those should sell pretty quickly too.
We'll probably put them. I mean, if somebody else is listing them, we'll figure out what we can mark them at. Again, we're interested now in selling stuff, and so we don't necessarily move to top dollar on everything. It's our strategy is a little bit different. So our strategy is to be able to say if other people are listing this and a lot of people are getting 90, we'll put it at 70 and see if we can get rid of it. The interesting thing is sometimes that doesn't work. It needs to be at 90, but in other cases, if somebody's looking for that specific thing, there was one thing I just literally added from our stock, and there was one listed, and it had been viewed in the past 24 hours by like 9 people. It was like $55. So I listed ours at $35 because I know I paid $2 for it. So I'm hoping I can sell it in the next day or so. But every once in a while, we also buy things that we just don't know kind of why we bought them, but it's because it supposedly has a good return on it. So this was the one thing that I probably shouldn't have bought. It's the wrong time of year, but I bought them anyway. I saw these two things sticking out, and they are aquazucas. And what they are you fill them up with water, and you use them to spray water at people. Now, the thing is, the reason I bought them is because they're in really nice shape. I'm not sure if they were ever used. And I actually found these for sale.
Elise has a big one under her bed. Don't ask.
No, I don't think she has a big one of these under her bed. And if she does, it's not for shooting water. This is $35 for these aquazucas. And actually, somebody sold a pair of them, the 35 US. Somebody sold a pair of these for $40 US. And the thing that I thought was interesting about them was they are very light. So they will go into a mailing tube and not cost a lot to ship. They are made in China, though, so that could end up being a little bit of a challenge. So that was one thing might end up being a Facebook Marketplace thing that we wait until the spring or summer for, and then try and. But again, they cost us $5 for the pair. So yes, sometimes that's true. We have to remind ourselves we're in the business of selling, not business of storage. We aren't getting any sales on Posh at all. We've had one sale in the past 4 or 5 months. So, and so sometimes we go for the quicker nickel. So, and if you recall, we had that thing we talked about last show that we did, which was the Mash of the Universe She-Ra figure. We could have tried to list it for $900, and instead we ended up listing it for $700. Got $850, and it was $200 less than everybody else was listing it for in the market, and I paid $2.
And the buyer
was ecstatic about it. So the funny thing was, I just found another one of those, Rick, on Facebook Marketplace.
Carl's here.
Yeah. There was another one of those just listed recently close to us on Facebook Marketplace, but it was listed for 700 Canadian. So I just thought that was interesting. So we found a bunch of different stuff. We found stuff that we spent like around $100 or so on. Hopefully, a couple of those things, if we can get what we want for them and we can flip them pretty fast, we should be able to get some money. We hope we get like 35 for this guy. We hope we can get like 30, 35 for these guys. Same thing for these. Like if I get all 3 of those, that's $20 that we spent today that replaces the $100. If
I'd
we
like
can,
to get 50 for my candle holders.
if he gets 50 for his candle holder. So we're hoping to turn that $100 investment minus the things we're keeping, like that, and the other thing.
And Mr. Handsome here.
Mr. Handsome. We're taking those out, and we're going to try and pay for them with some of the stuff that we've sold on. So it'll be interesting, Tina. Tina was late too. She'll watch the replay. Yeah, we only decided, Tina, Carl, to do this literally at 7 o'clock when we got home. So we only gave people 2 hours for it. So we might try and do another one next week before Christmas. At least we'll try and get one in before Christmas for sure. Might be a thrift or to throw it. It might be a who knows what. But thanks for popping in last minute to see us, and hopefully maybe gave you a couple of ideas on what to look for. Santas with Botox, or what not to look for. Giant Christmas tree shelves that you may or may not sell, but you like and you can't resist the price for $7. Or
Naughty Christmas mugs.
naughty Christmas mugs.
Yeah.
That we may not sell until next year. But hopefully you had a little bit of fun with us, and we will see you all again the next time we're here. We'll try and give a little more time beforehand. Oh, there we go. I need to call to let you know. Yes, please give us a thumbs up. That would be great. We will see everybody sometime soon, and we'll be reposting our "Twas the Night Before Christmas" edit next week, so everybody's got that, and you'll see that in the craft group as well. Take care, everyone. Now it's time to try and get some of this stuff listed. Listing time! Yay!
Bye.